clowns go through dumb yuck.
Yeah, but I feel like it's different now.
Why?
Because I've quit so many times.
Oh, you're the drama clown. That was mean. I'm sorry.
No, it's
Thought
okay.
it would be funny, but it came out mean.
No, it's not all your fault. I just got back on my meds. It takes a little bit to kind of be back to normal.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Look, not many clowns would have helped Kirk. You know why Kirk is upset? Did he explain his motivations to you?
That people were just not really being clowns anymore, kind of thing.
Hey, let me.
He didn't explain everything. We did talk about how he didn't like Helen because she's really mean.
Helen gets angry.
She does.
Level of Grapeseed versus Oof at the Big Top Cage Match live at MRPD. And then there's odds. That's funny. Anyway, I'm a bard. We had a good talk with. I've talked to a lot of people about what happened, trying to understand it myself. I didn't get to talk to Kirk. I called him a few times. He was busy. I know he's away right now, but I don't know where.
He reached out to me. He was one of the only ones that did. He said you gotta call me ASAP 3 days ago. And I missed him by a couple hours. And I said, I don't know who I can trust anymore. Can I trust you? And then I got one from Chatterbox. We have like a bunch of back and forths to talk. I can't even remember why I originally needed to talk to him, actually. And then that night that you guys went and talked to them, I said, hey, Chatter, was wondering if you're still awake. Hazel said you might want to talk to me about what happened. And then that was 5 days ago. And then the next day he said he was awake. And then later that day I said, you never came to talk to me. I needed you. You don't effing care about me. Goodbye forever. And then he said some mean things that I don't want to read again. But he's left me on red after the last messages I sent him. I had a message from Bozo yesterday. It said petty. I had a message from Dr. Bradshaw. It said, your friend Mr. Stumbles reached out to me on your behalf, saying you were looking for a therapist and he was helping you. If you'd like to talk about a session or something else, please reach out. I said, he's not my friend. He is the one that needs a therapist. He tried to kill me. He's like, oh my, okay. Well, I'm happy to talk if you'd like to, if you need. And then from Helen, I got all caps, HR meeting tonight. And then I said, go yuck yourself. And apparently she sent a waterfall 3 days ago, whatever that means. Cry me a waterfall, maybe? I don't know.
This, you know the clown gift thing?
Yeah.
This all started because Helen put Jojo on the clown gifts. I don't know why she did, but she did, and she put herself as got her. And the gift she gave to Jojo was a wet napkin. And she gave it to her by stuffing her inside of a box where she had a panic attack, and then she gave her a wet napkin. And I learned that apparently it means that you are the one that drags everybody else down, makes everything sad, and ruins the fun.
Oh.
I don't know why Helen had it out for Jojo, or I have it on my list that I'd like to talk to some of the clowns and understand why they don't like Jojo. She's not a clown, so I don't care. But I want to know why.
Yeah, of
Something
course.
weird's going on that I don't know about, and maybe I shouldn't be talking to her. I had a talk with her earlier today, and maybe I shouldn't be if she's been mean to clowns. Yuck her, you know?
Yeah.
But that was pretty mean, but they discovered that that's one way to make her feel bad is put her in a box. And after that, the two of them, Helen and Jojo, were at each other's throats. Kirk got mad about it, went to take them and put them both in a box, but it was really just a stable
Yeah, that's what
holder.
I was trying to say before. It
Yeah,
was just, it wasn't even, they could just jump out. They didn't have to stay.
yeah. Jojo didn't understand that. And then Wendy stabbed Kirk, which was completely uncalled for.
Yeah.
Not my place to fix that. That's between Kirk and her. I don't know. I'm sure it's dealt with. If not, well, I'm sure he will. But she shouldn't have done that. And then she left Kirk alone with Jojo, and Jojo took him away and stabbed him a bunch. You know all that.
Yeah, I knew all that stuff. That's why I was angry.
Kirk is very upset. This is from what Chatty told me. Kirk is very upset because, and he's been talking with Chatty about this.
Mm.
You remember Kirk used to have an old group called the Stable?
Yeah.
Kirk's upset that he can't yuck with other gangs because everybody in the clowns has a friend in another gang, so they can't yuck with them. When half the fun we have as clowns is going around yucking with people. Stumbles and I have been talking lots lately about trying to find a group who's around late that we can just yuck with without having guns pulled on us. It's fun.
Yeah.
And Kirk generally goes further than that, but that's okay too. We'll go with him. But Kirk is worried that everything that he wants to do outside the clowns just causes drama. And it really yucked him off that people stab Kirk when he wants to stab other groups, but they don't support Kirk at all when he's trying to do something to another group. And he's worried that all of that is what took apart the stable, and he lost his friends and family, and it tore them apart. So he's very upset and stressed about all that. There's a lot at stake for him. He doesn't want to see the clowns torn apart because we're repeating history.
That makes sense why he wanted me to call so quickly.
Apparently, he talked to Chatty about this, and Chatty gave him the go-ahead. He said, Kirk and Chatty had a one-on-one, and Kirk said, look, Chatty, I'm sick and yuck and tired of all these clowns who can't take being yucked with, can't take their friends being yucked with who are not in the clowns. It's time that I go around and start setting people up and yucking with people. And Chatty pulled everyone aside. I wasn't there because I was probably on cocaine, and it was earlier than when me. I think I got a text that day that said there's a meeting, but I already missed it. But anyway, he pulled the people aside, including Lindy was there, and he told them that Kirk is going to be doing this. Nobody's going to get hurt if they don't hurt Kirk. He said, look, this Kirk is going to set people up. He's going to yuck with people. It's probably going to be people you care about, but if they're not in council, smarten up and move on. Help them or get out of the way, but don't interfere. And Wendy interfered.
No,
anyway,
I don't think they did.
Wendy interfered. So she did the exact opposite of what Chatty said. Which is why Kirk got very, very upset, and he took it out on Jojo. And I haven't talked to Sneaky, but I have a sneaky suspicion that the reason he dragged Wendy back in there and made her watch was because, I don't know, but I'm assuming Kirk maybe asked him to as part of his get back on Wendy for stabbing him.
That is...
I'm totally guessing. I have no information.
I don't know anything about that, but I know that Sneaky knew about this way before it happened.
So, yeah, Kirk feels the clowns aren't being the clowns. His trauma from the other gang is causing him to want to yuck with us, which is... I've told Kirk so many times, put a meth table in my pocket and throw me an MRPD. That'd be funny.
It would be.
I'll roll with it. But yeah, so Chatty himself even said he's fine with what Kirk getting his get back the way he did. He doesn't love the torture. He thought that was little over the top, but he's not going to fault him for it. He's not going to say anything to him. And Kirk's get back is Kirk's get back. I honestly believe it was targeted at Wendy as much as Jojo to see what Wendy caused Jojo to suffer. And as far as I'm concerned, it's long since dealt with, and it was none of my business in the first place.
That is what it was.
I got curious, so I asked.
He wanted to see if she'd take the gun and shoot her, because he put it on a pressure plate.
Oh, yeah, the gun. Good point.
Well, I knew the whole thing. I knew what he had planned.
What happened if she picked up the gun?
And hurt him? It would prove to Kirk that she's not a clown.
Oh, yeah. Right. There, yeah.
And if they had listened when he said to go into the back room, I bet you he was going to let her go, because he kept hinting at them like, I really think it would be a good decision if you went in the back room. Because he wasn't actually going to hurt her.
Do a quick check on Stumble's time.
Okay.
He just got up, 57 months.
Oh, okay.
But Rocket and Harley are in there, probably working the kitchen. It won't be too long.
Oh.
Yeah. So my point is, Stumbles and I were blown away that we were surprised and shocked and trying to process what happened. And I'm sorry if we made you feel like you weren't important when we were silent. But we weren't trying to cut you out. At least from my perspective, I was just trying to figure out what was going on. I didn't know anything about what happened to lead Kirk to do this. I didn't know anything. In fact, at one point, Stumbles even told me that Jojo was part of the Council, and we were like, why would Kirk do this then? And then we talked to Chatty, and he's like, no, Stumbles, you're an idiot. You weren't listening at the meeting. I got thrown out of the meeting, so it wasn't my fault, but Stumbles wasn't listening. Apparently, Chatty asked, what does everyone think about Jojo becoming a clown around? And everyone said she's not ready.
Yeah, everyone did.
So if she wasn't part of the clowns, then I even told Jojo that earlier, that, you weren't part of the clowns. So people are going to get yucked with if they're not part of the clowns. That's just tough.
That, honestly, like...
I didn't mean to make you feel like you weren't important. That was pretty deep, hearing about torturing and eating a person, and I had to think and process, and I'm really only figured it out in the last couple of days.
It's okay. Like I said before, I didn't really want to, like, go in detail of what I did. I didn't want to, like, it's not a thing you just tell everybody.
Yeah.
The only reason why people know I'm a cannibal is because of War and Scruffy telling everybody. Yuck, bag.
What does Lily want to do next?
I don't know, but I need to be honest with you about something. A big reason that I feel like the reason why I got so upset during that time was me trying to run away and make everyone hate me because I don't want to be under Stumbles anymore. If I'm a part of the clowns, then he's gonna be a Karen and he's gonna treat me badly, and I just was scared of that, and then when I didn't know I could trust you guys anymore, I just kind of snapped. All of it just...
Yeah, I mean, he's always gonna be a Karen clown, and he's always gonna beat the crap out of us, but always beat the crap out of him.
But it's different when it's supposed to be the person that you love, and you promised you wouldn't hurt him like that again.
Talking about, Stumble said you guys aren't dating and weren't dating. Not dating.
At the time, we were trying to fix
Kidding
things.
me? Oh,
Not anymore.
I mean, I don't know how to interpret him hitting you with the wrench. From my perspective, it's just clown on clown violence, and it's never going to end. It's always going to be there. But I didn't even know you guys were dating, so that's
We
not my
weren't
place to
dating.
speak. Oh, I'm so confused. Also, I have an idea. We should move the car across the parking lot so he doesn't get it because he's probably got keys.
We were trying to decide if dating was a good idea or not, and I think we kind of figured it out.
Yeah, this is a bad idea.
It is. Doesn't mean my heart doesn't hurt, but it is what it is.
You can get a new one. We could go call one out of JoJo.
No thanks. I like mine. You know how he
In fact-
gets, though.
Oh, not like you have to care what he says.
Why? So he can go and turn around and be like, Lily's being terrible again. We should just kick her out of the clans. I don't... Just... He gets really mean to me. Like when I first came back from war and he found out that I had betrayed all the clans to save his life. He started hitting me with a wrench over and over and over again, like the other night. He promised he wouldn't do that again. It really made something snap in me that night.
I think there's a couple of things to tell you still.
Okay.
Bumble still has the note that I told you about, as far as I'm aware. I believe he's agreed not to give it to you. If he does, please just throw it out. It's not
I'm
very
not
nice.
gonna read it.
Hey, number 2. Helen and Stumbles are both stating that Lily is never allowed back into the clowns. She left. She's out. Prepare your heart for when they say that.
It's okay. I don't want to go back. I don't feel wanted. That wasn't a lie.
Wasn't very true either.
I guess it's just hard for me to see. I mean, the whole time
You know, Hazel or Helen's not really a clown, right?
I know, but
I've never ever hung out with her. Other than the meeting with Chatty the other night, but she's nice, but I ain't worried about her.
I just don't know if... I don't want to be a burden on other people again and again. What happens if I do something dumb again, you know? That they already don't trust me.
Lily, Rock Dad shot us all in the face. Went on a campaign of civil war, and then was back in time, healed all of our wounds, and we reunited in time to go to war. Whatever that city was called we went to. You didn't even shoot anybody. You just yelled at people. If people's feelings are hurt over getting yelled at, wah. Be Karens. Get a yucca knife. Get a gun to the head. Well, Moose is saying, please, are you happy? No! Blah, 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 blah. or remember when I cut Pete's arm off?
Yeah.
I stabbed him, and then another time I don't remember if I shot you or stabbed you, but I hurt you really bad and threw you in the ocean. I tried to cover it up long enough that I could use it as an excuse to shoot other clowns.
Yeah.
And I even got Bon, and he didn't even really know what was going on. He was like, oh, hey, who are you? Why are you at my house? Because he was staying with Happy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm the purple shadow. Boom, ba boom, boom. Just, you yelled at people. Who cares? One time I yelled at officers. I felt so bad. I called them later and said sorry. It wasn't even them I was mad at. I was mad at the judge. Just people can't handle getting yelled at and getting their feelings hurt. They're not clowns. Stumbles included.
Yeah.
Helen included. Derpy included. In fact, I don't think Derpy was upset. Pretty sure she
Yucked
thought the
me
whole
over.
thing was funny because she was pushing buttons. Get your get back on her.
Yeah, I guess you're
Put
right.
a Ziploc on her hands, take her to the top of Maze Bank, and then put her right on the edge and tell her, either say sorry or I tackle you. And then when you tackle, be like, ha! I have a parachute. Ha! You can say it like that, like an anime. Ha! Just I don't know, man. The only thing bad that you did is you told Chatty you quit, but everybody quits sometime.
No, they don't.
Happy didn't quit when he shot us all in the face.
Oh. I mean, never, I guess kind of. Yeah.
He made it very clear that they're and half the people went with him and half stayed away. They all came back in the end. Mr. Ratchet's been kicked out so many times, I don't even know if he's a clown right now or not. I can't tell. The only time people are gone forever is if they go too far. And despite what Alan and Stumble say, I don't know if you went too far. We'll just say sorry for yelling at some people, and if they don't get over it and accept it, I feel like that's on them. I don't know why you couldn't talk to Chatty and at least figure out where you stand.
That was my fault for assuming because Hazel said I was supposed to, that I was probably going to meet with him that night. That wasn't his fault.
No idea. She said to us that she saw his name on Twitter and then said, oh yeah, Chatty said he wants to meet with you. She had nothing, no information.
That's not what she said. She said Chatterbox was texting her. So she's just lying.
That's not what she's, well, maybe
of course she...
Hang on. I took good notes because I forget things. No, it didn't even seem important to me. I didn't write it down. I'm pretty sure she did not have any contact with him until after you guys were done, and then they called.
No, Helen was texting him, I think. Either Helen or her was texting him. One of them was texting Chatterbox, said, oh, he's awake. I'm texting him right now. It was Helen. And then she made a joke about everybody, and then I made a joke back at her about it, and then she got super pissed. She doesn't like when you put it back on her. No, I said, I was informed by Moose that when Hazel said you were probably going to talk to me that night, I met with her and Helen, that she was trying to stir, wait, I don't know why I said, if my outbursts to you make you not want to talk, I completely understand. And he sent a white flag that says seen. Like checkmark seen.
Well, that night, initially, Chatty said it was something, he was hands off, he wasn't even supposed to be awake. I want to go to bed, I can't deal with this tonight. So there's no way that he agreed to talk to you that night. Later? Probably. Like, you had told me you were supposed to meet him on Thursday and you got upset about it. That he didn't, but that's because you woke up late. He had thought you were gonna wake up early enough. I don't think you've gone too far to never come back. I do get that you don't like having Stumbles as your night clownager. Maybe that's something to talk to Chatty about, and I don't think that yelling at somebody can't be fixed by just saying sorry. I hear a bike inside, I'm gonna check. Does that make sense, or am I stupid?
You're not stupid.
He didn't do anything else. I bet if you talked to Kirk, he would say, God dang, Lily, my mullet's, needing a wash. I don't got time for this. My underwear is dirty, and I haven't flipped him inside out yet. But at the end of the day, you were the only clown who spent a week building a torture room for me and actually participated to make it happen. You're full clown in my book. That's what I bet he would say. But, you know, not to put words in his mouth.
I should talk to them first. I don't want to make a decision right now.
Well, I don't know where Kirk's at right now, but when he's back around, maybe start talking to him first and just... I guarantee you, if he's out here upset that no clowns are backing him to hurt non-clowns or non-council members, there's no way that he's not happy with what you've done. And if you tell him that you felt I don't think everybody even understands your schizophrenia.
I don't think they care to know.
Well, too dumb to know, but I don't think Kirk's gonna care that you yelled at some people. I think if you're gonna do anything, talk to him before.
Yeah.
But I do expect that some clowns are gonna remind you that you're not part of the council. I don't know why it's a big deal to them, but
Because they're
still
mean.
butthurt because they got yelled at.
I appreciate what you're saying. I do. I'll talk to Kirk and go from there, but at the moment, I do feel out of place, so.
Yeah. Talk, yeah. Yeah. We can say, when's Kirk coming back to HR? I must have Helen's number. Yeah, she called me the other night. Officer Helen.
What does the waterfall mean? What would be a good comeback to that for Helen?
A diaper?
A
She
diaper.
butthurt about getting yelled at. I don't actually know. Actually, she was pretty upset at the meeting, so that's what I would post. Give her a diaper, and then when you see her, just go,
There's that one of Peter Griffin running through the living room destroying everything, and I could just be like, this is you. Real footage of you at home.
I don't know what it looked like, but that's funny.
I'll send it to you.
Get your weapon and get in position. 6. I don't really have much else to say. Do you have anything?
No, I appreciate what you're saying. I just need time, that's all.
Feel free to keep the bug talk about it. I'm here. Well, I'm not going to be right here because I'm going to go over there and try to distract them, but this will be funny.
Yeah.